And Seema, why don't you take it away and tell us what it means to you to be an adult student here today? Oh, you're muted.
There we go. Hi, first of all, I want to thank Nadia and Hema Auntie and Kritika for letting me talk today. And I want to start actually off with a story. My mom actually last week turned, I'll just say it's her birthday, and she's closer to 100 than she is to 50. We'll just say it that way. And as we typically do during our birthdays, we start reflecting back on our life. And one of the things my mom was talking about was how much she regretted never having the opportunity to learn to dance. And her childhood and her upbringing, she didn't have the means or the access to be able to learn to dance, but has always loved music and dance, particularly Carnatic music and Bharatanatyam. And so when I started my dance career in 1978 as a student, when I was 6 years old, it never occurred to my mother or to my guru that she could also have become a student at that time. It wasn't something that was accepted that an adult student, we tend to think of Bharatanatyam, we start when we're young and we're listening to all these testimonials, which are wonderful, and my own kids are dancers as well. But we think about it as starting when we are young and then taking it as a lifelong process. And now that I am a student and I was listening to my mother, I said, gosh, it's such a shame that none of us thought about the fact that you could have been dancing right behind us and learning the tattadavas and the natadavas and the jatis and the dances along with us. And so for my Bharatanatyam career, I continued my studies through college. And when I went to medical school, and life gets in the way, and I certainly lost touch with Bharatanatyam because I didn't have the opportunities for Zoom classes and internet classes and things like that. And the so many different cities that I have traveled to couldn't necessarily find a teacher that could continue to help me. So when I moved to Chicago and I had my own children, Sahana and Ariana, I knew I wanted to get them into Bharatanatyam. And what I discovered through my kids and their first 6 months is that I am still a dancer and I am still a rasika, I am still a student. And I'm very grateful for Nadia and Nadia Academy and for Kritika and Hemanti to recognize that adults want to learn also, and not only just continue our own journey that we may have started as children, but even for new students who may have always wanted to learn Bharatanatyam, that there is a venue for us to do so. We have men and women in our class. So this is not just relegated to the mothers who might be interested, but also to fathers. I'll give a shout out to Vinod, who is one of our hardest working students in our adult class. And what I think that my classes have shown me is that I can still study this art form no matter what our age is. It's a great exercise. It's a way for me to reconnect with a community that has a shared value system. And I think most importantly is to recognize that any art form, Bharatanatyam, dance, music, this is a self-sustaining art form and doesn't belong to any particular age or level. What I've appreciated about Natya is that they recognize that maybe my body can't do what I did 30 years ago. And so maybe my Yaramundi won't be quite as deep because my knee hurts. But the things that I know I can do, they expect me to do at the highest level, and I appreciate that. And so I want people to know that Nadia has even given opportunities for adults to pursue their dance form, to be able to try to pursue an art engagement as an adult. It doesn't have to be just relegated to the 15 to 18-year-olds. And so I think what I would like to just say is that not every dancer will become a professional or a teacher. I think that's something we should all recognize about ourselves. But every one of us can continue to be a student and a lover of Bharatanatyam in this dance form, and that Natya is giving us an opportunity to stay connected to this dance form and to our cultural community. Thank you so much.